Hello, this is the Tater Cowgirl Rodeo, the last one before Christmas, and today, as I promised, Eddie and we will show you what we make for dessert for Christmas Eve, which is chocolate pudding. That's what we're gonna do first, and then we have a gravy mukbang testing. We prepare 4 gravies for you because I know most of you are very concerned when they go on the whole plant-based diet. Oh, I can't serve my gravies anymore. You can't do gravies without fat. And I will show you some really easy gravies with no fat in it. There are more out there, whole plant-based, you can Google. But those are, some of them have cashews in it. And I make the fat-free ones because I still have to lose weight. And so I try to avoid adding fat as much as possible. But let's start with the Dr. Mary McDougall's chocolate pudding. And I already prepared a little bit so that it's not taking too long. So this is, concentrate on this pot here. You're sitting on my refrigerator again today. So that might be the best view for all the gravies and stuff. So here is the chocolate pudding start. So we have 3 cups of soy milk, and as always the recipes will underneath my YouTube channel. Also this recipe is, show you here in the starch solution, the chocolate pudding, and then the golden gravy is in the healthiest diet on the planet from Dr. McDougall. Both books I can recommend to buy. And let's get started. Okay, let me show you what I have here. So this is 3/4 cup sugar. I get the organic sugar. Then we have 1/2 cup fat-free cocoa powder, the Wonder Cocoa, Wonder Slim. I have another one from Trader Joe's, which is fat-free. There are different ones out there. And 3 tablespoons potato starch, or you can use cornstarch. And as I said, 3 cups of soy milk. So we will put that all together. Now start stirring, Eddie. Now it's time to stir. And we heat it up. Alright. So this has to, Eddie will stir it now until it's thickened. Really, really gentle stirring. We don't want to have a mess everywhere, okay? Alright. And stir. Yeah, just stir, Eddie. Keep stirring that it doesn't burn on the bottom, okay?
Okay.
It will all dissolve. You don't worry about it. Just keep stirring. Okay. And this is going to be the chocolate pudding. The only thing we have to add when it's thickened is the vanilla. I will do that later because the flavor will be more present. If you cook the vanilla right away, then it will all disappear. I can tell you a little bit how we celebrate Christmas. We are part German, part American in this family, and of course she has part Mexican heritage. So Christmas Eve is when the German Christkind brings the gifts to the German kids in Germany. So what we do is Addie can pick 1 gift under the tree, 1 wrapped gift which she can open. Of course, evil Oma, because she needs some fun too, always puts some loser gifts under the tree, like underwear and socks. So, and I wrap them really nice in glitzy paper, and so the danger is there that Addie is choosing one of my loser gifts. But so far it never had happened, so she was pretty lucky so far. She always picks a good gift from the tree to open. And then on Christmas Day we do the usual American thing in the morning. So Santa will probably bring a few big gifts under the tree unwrapped, and the rest is wrapped. And Eddie has put cookie and milk out for Santa to eat. I explained that because my German friends don't know what's going on. So we put cookie and milk under the tree that Santa, when he comes in the night, has something to eat. and there's usually a footstep. We see a footstep on the floor from Santa, and then we celebrate breakfast in the morning, nice breakfast. But Christmas Eve is a big dinner, and all the family comes together. Clay's son Mike will come, Clay's there, my daughter Sarah, this is Eddie's mommy, and Eddie and I. Yeah, keep stirring, okay? And scrape a little from the, yeah, okay. And so what are we making this year? Because I'm whole plant-based vegan, not everybody is vegan in my family that comes. We will make spaghetti. I have whole wheat spaghetti. We make a great tomato marinara sauce. We will have one. I show you that one. That's another sauce I can actually recommend. I use the one from Trader Joe's, fat-free. That's the only thing you have to make sure it's the fat-free. And it's a spaghetti sauce with mushrooms. That is such a good sauce. It reminds me of my own when I can my 4th of July tomatoes from the garden. It has the same acidic and still sweet and ripe tomato flavor. So that's one I can also recommend. And this is the one I take for spaghetti sauce. And for dessert we will have the chocolate pudding tomorrow, because we will put it in the refrigerator when it's done and let it refrigerate for one day. That's our dinner. Simple, easy to make. You don't have to get get your nerves destroyed by overthinking the dinner. If not everybody is whole plant-based, it's completely normal in my family. And I want to spend time with my family and not spending time cooking. So we all discussed it, and we said, okay, so everybody likes spaghetti, so spaghetti it will be. And of course a bowl of salad, and then dessert is the chocolate pudding. Okay, how are we doing? Yeah, all right. See, all the crumbles are gone.
Almost.
Yeah, you can keep
It's just onions.
There's not. Oh, the onions and the mushroom gravy. Okay. Maybe I should water saute the. I should start with that. This is almost done. We're not there yet. Okay, keep stirring. Then I start water sauteing. While Eddie's keeps stirring the chocolate pudding, I will start with our mushroom gravy. The mushroom gravy starts by water sauteing a chopped onion, maybe a tablespoon parsley, and I have 2 tablespoons garlic. I always do my chopped garlic, but you can also do garlic powder. And I put a little bit of water in it to start sauteing. I can show you what is in there. All right. So I put a little bit of water, just a little bit to saute. As I keep that next to it, I probably might need a little bit more. And the mushrooms will go in later. We just let the onions soften first. The perfect side for this mushroom gravy is my bread dumpling, which I made in the last cooking show. So go back and look up the bread dumpling. That tastes really good to the mushroom gravy. In Bavaria we call it Schwammerl und Knödel. It's mushroom and bread dumplings. And as mushrooms, you can use whatever you like. I have cremini mushrooms and some porcini. I had half a bag, so I just used those up. I had it frozen, and this will go in my mushroom gravy. But you can use, if you have portobello slices, for example, I would maybe chop them up one chop so that they are not that big, but you could use those too. Anything you like. All right. Who's faster? Faster. Oh yeah, go stirring. It's almost there. Do you want to switch? You want to?
Yes.
Okay, just stir When all the water is gone, put a little bit more in, but stir that they are soft, okay?
Okay.
Okay, our pudding gets thick. I turn down the heat to medium because I don't want to burn it on the, you see it? Yeah. Oven. Put that away because our pudding will go in a bowl pretty soon. And just have to add the vanilla when it's turned off, but so it's the potato starch or the corn starch that makes the pudding thick enough. That's like real made pudding. It's not pudding powder, you know, bought at Walmart or somewhere. So this is really made pudding. Yeah, see, it gets already thick. See that? It drips down. Yours looks good too. You can put a little bit more water in if you want to. There's no bubbles in it, that's important. Okay. So it will thicken up more when it gets cold, but this is already the right consistency. So I turn off the oven, don't leave it on. Now I get my vanilla. It's half a teaspoon vanilla. Get it in. Stir that in. Yeah, looks good. Turn it down a little, and it's not so rough. Okay, and then we put our, you can also use little ramekins, of course, you know, if you want to portion it. It's about, depends on your ramekin, it's about 4 to 6 ramekins. My ones are 4 of the big ones. Okay. Nothing was wasted in my house, so I'm scraping it off. Soak that right away. And then we need, for that one, we need plastic. So, Elia's her fan with her. So the pudding goes under plastic for here.
Ow, 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 ow.
What did you do?
Burnt myself.
Oops, how did you burn yourself?
I touched the pan.
Okay, you want to turn it off?
Sure.
Okay, I can go from there.
Okay.
Is it, hold it under cold water.
It'll burn.
Okay. Is it cold? Yeah. Just hold it under cold water. Did it splatter or what did you do? Was it an onion? Was it an onion?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we move that over here. That's the next gravy we make. So this is now under plastic, the pudding, and we put it in the refrigerator. Okay. This has to stand until tomorrow. Easy, right? Let me see your finger. big deal. Cowgirls,
Never cry.
don't cry. That's right.
cry.
Cowgirls don't cry. Okay, so we got that one away. We have a lot of stuff here too. Now we continue with that one.
Yay.
So, this is soft. The onions are soft, looking good. And what we do now is we add the mushrooms. So my mushrooms going, my bella, and I had some cremini and porcinis. We put them in. Here the porcini are those. I can show you the bag. I had a little half a bag left over, so I just used those. And we also put in half. I think it's half a cup of bouillon. Let's see. 2 cups. No, this is after that. Half a cup, yeah. Half a cup of bouillon. And I just try to wash that one out. This is the one I use, better than bouillon. And they have no chicken and they're vegetable. They have both and both work. So I try to get the rest out. So half a cup boiling water in that to wash the glass out. And this goes in our mushrooms. So we have to soften the mushrooms here. We can, you could do the flavors already. I put that in a little glass. I have in here half a teaspoon thyme, sage, rosemary, each half a teaspoon. Then I have an 8 teaspoon salt. Please salt to your liking. We are not non-salt. We try to use as less as possible. So I start with an 8 teaspoon salt, and if it's not enough, you can always add some salt at the end. Then a 1/4 teaspoon fresh ground pepper. It's in there. And we can add that to the broth right now. If you could smell it, it smells fantastic already. Haven't even done much. Okay. So we let the mushrooms soften a little. And this is the broth we put in. And we will also add 2 tablespoons soy sauce. You can use tamari sauce, that's the low salt soy sauce. I have that one here, so I'll use that. Yeah. Are you ready again for stirring? Okay. You're a cowgirl. You don't cry. Okay, so we are here. All you have to do is just stir it. And can you see that one here? It's hard to see. Well, we will switch. So as soon as we have that one done, we will switch and then we get the next gravy done. It's a little packed here with all the gravy and all the pudding and stuff. Okay, looks good. You see our, yeah, you see. That is really good for dumplings. You can use brown rice, mashed potatoes, it fits everywhere, but dumplings and mushrooms are just, that's what we eat for dinner, by the way. There's the gravy, mushroom gravy. We probably have some taters with it. Okay. Okay. Just have to get the mushrooms nice and soft, that's all. All right, looks good to me. So we put 2 more cups broth in it.
Hey.
And this is the thickening agent, a 1/4 cup flour.
There's a hole in it.
Yeah, there's a rest of, oh, there's almost nothing in there anymore. A little bit more, I didn't have a full cup. Just want to pour the whole thing in. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so just flour you have at hand. I had whole wheat, all-purpose flour, I think that was. Yeah. And I wanted to use it. You have to stir it. We don't want to have clumps in it, you know. There will, see, no clumps already. You see that? And it will thicken up when it comes up boiling, and then we are basically done with that one. And let's, do you see, you know what, you saw that one, now we turn that one on. We can switch the mushroom gravy over. All it has to do, it has to thicken now. And boil, come to a boil and thicken. Okay? You keep stirring here, okay? The next one is the easiest one. That's one for lazy people. So this is I made 2 cans, but the recipe says 3 cans of navy beans in the food processor, and pulse them until it's really everything is liquid. So these are, I'll show you you have to watch the navy beans, look in the ingredients. Some are made with pork, so you don't want to have those, of course. But I got one at Walmart that worked, and this one I think is from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods on sale. Those were working too. Walmart, they don't have pork in it too, but you have to be careful. And we let them come up to a heat. See how thick they are? Navy beans, when you mash them, it's already sauce consistency. And this is the perfect sauce. I had that on Thanksgiving with my side dishes, and even the turkey fit in it. It's perfect. So this is from Denny's, by the way. I found it on his YouTube channel. I will link to all the people who helped me here. Denny made this too. I saw that on Denny's, but I think this is from Plant Pure Nation. It's and I will link to that one. Plant Pure Nation did that one. Is it coming up to a boil? Yeah. Let it bubble a little bit, okay? Yeah, you can stir. You don't have to stir all the time, but just you move it a little, you know, while it bubbles. Okay, this one comes up. So this is just basically the navy bean. And what we make here is a brown gravy. Yes, chemistry at work. So we add some onion powder. This is to your liking. We don't need to. We have some thyme. See, I think. Thyme. Yeah, we have some thyme. You also can add other spices if you want to focus on some other spice. That's fine too. But I like some thyme. And some garlic powder we can use in this one. Okay, just give it a little stir. Put it on medium. And then what else is he putting in? I follow Dennis' recipe because he has good taste. Sage, yeah, sage we haven't done. A little bit of sage. I would say it's an 8 teaspoon, but it's up to you now. Just keep trying.
I burned myself again. It popped
Let's
up.
put it on low. Put it on. Go in the hot water. Go in the cold water. You gotta be careful, ladies. Okay. All right. Eddie will be okay. Is it good?
It burns.
Okay. Okay, so if you want to stop stirring, that's fine. You want to go to Papa and put some ointment on it? Okay, go to Papa, let him put some ointment on it, okay? Alright. Yeah, you should have put down the mushroom gravy, which is actually already thick enough. Okay, have it on low. So here we need we did the thyme, we did the garlic, salt and pepper. I take fresh ground pepper in that one. And this, and some salt. I don't need much salt in that one for some reason. It's good enough as it is. And now comes the ingredient that makes it actually brown. So that's made from vegetables. I looked it up. I never knew it. This is obviously an American ingredient in every kitchen. I didn't know it, but it will make it brown. So we take some kitchen bouquet, like a tablespoon, and the gravy is turning brown. If you like it browner, you just put a little bit more in. But I think for me that's already enough, actually. Are you good? All right.
Still
Eddie's back. Everybody sees it. Eddie's back.
Ow.
Yeah, just let it go. If it's hurting, you know, let it go. It's good enough here. Just keep it on the warm, because we want to taste it later, and I don't want to taste it cold. We will have a mukbang. Okay, see this gravy, and then you could do some soy sauce or Bragg's aminos. I give it a swig of soy sauce, because I don't use a lot of salt, and the soy sauce is making it, or the Bragg's too, is making it a little, gives it a little salty flavor. So that is really an easy, this is without flour, without oil, without anything. I mean, all you have to do is basically put the navy beans in the food processor and spice it to your liking. That's all that's to it, to this sauce. And we had it on Thanksgiving and everybody loved that sauce, I can tell you. I'm gonna try it now to see if we have very good. I would say a little bit more salt. There's a little rest of soy sauce. Alright. You could also put a little tomato paste in it. I'm just thinking about that. So this is done. We keep that one in the back here. And then later I ladle it in bowls, and then we do a little tasting. Eddie's our taster. So this one is done. Let me try that one. Really good. Really good. Okay. So here. Two more to do. Okay, the next sauces, ladies and gentlemen. See all the sauces? Do you see me cooking here? Yeah, you do. So the next one we do is Mary McDougall's golden gravy. Also very easy, very you know, for people who don't like to cook. It's not hard to do. We just have to have the recipes. For that one we need 2 cups of vegetable broth. Okay. We turn it on high. Oh, the oven looks cuckoo. Just like to clean that right away before it burns in. You're still hurting, huh? You want to keep doing here? You don't have to. You want to? Okay. You want to put an ice cube on it, maybe? Yeah. There should be an ice cube in there. Here. Put it in a napkin, and then hold it on your arm. That's always good. Okay. Okay. So we have 2 cups here for the golden gravy. We need 3 tablespoons soy sauce. Let me switch here. One. 2. 3. I count German, I told you. Okay. Then 2 tablespoons tahini sauce, which we have here. I get the one from Trader Joe's. Tahini is made from sesame. Okay, and then we need 1/2 cup brown rice flour, and what I do is I take brown rice, put it in the coffee grinder and grind it up, and it should be 1/2 cup. Okay, measurement here. 1/2 cup. Should actually fit just fine. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, so the brown rice flour, the major advantage to brown rice flour is that it does not crumble or makes lumps like wheat flour. This is genius actually what Mary McDougall did here. So we let it come to a boil here. Put it in. Okay. Let it all cook up. And then we need fresh brown pepper, and I think she put in a little bit salt. Let me put the pepper in. Okay, some brown pepper. Okay. It's a really nice and golden gravy. I like it to meatloaf. I mean the vegan meatloaf. We don't make meatloaf anymore, but that's very mashed potatoes. It's just perfect if you make a mashed potatoes mound and you put it in the middle. It's just perfect. Okay, let me try, because she didn't put any salt in. I usually put a swig in. Well, no, doesn't need any salt. Mary McDougall's, you are correct. No salt. Okay. Oh. All right. And a little Sriracha. Yeah, she's good. She says it's optional. I'm a big Sriracha sauce fan. One with the squirrel on it. So I'm gonna put something in. Gives it a little oomph. We like tasty food here. Spicy. Not too spicy. I'm not too spicy. My husband likes it a little bit more spicier, but I'm like a medium spice. Alright. Now we start, once it thickens, it will be done. It's already going. It's chemistry here. The last one is the weirdest one. The last sauce, that is a weird one. I did not believe that that would work. And neither did Jill McKeever, who I found the sauce on her YouTube channel. She had it from a friend, and yeah, she doubted it. She thought she gets hosed, and when I found it, I said, "Oh my God, that doesn't look good," but it is so good. And it's a cheesy nacho sauce, fat-free, completely fat-free. This one is almost done. This is our golden gravy McDougall.
Okay, I'm just
Put that down a little. It gets too bubbly. See how nice and thick they get? I think I can show you a little bit more on the camera. Oops, it's hot. I don't want to be the next one getting burned. Look how thick that gets already. See that? As more you boil it, as thicker it gets. You also can put it in the freezer. You know, that's what I do because I make all these sauces. I put them in little containers in the freezer. And then I always have gravy. Okay, it's done. It's really thick. Okay, this is number 3. And now we make the cheesy nacho sauce. Let's get that one over here. German we say mushroom soup. It's like a Schwammelsuppe, and that's with the bread dumplings, and they really soak into the mushroom gravy, and it's so good. So try that one. Okay, here is our cheesy, the really cheesy, fat-free gravy or dip. You can use it as a dip with tortilla chips. So I did, well, that's already starting weird. I already in the food processor have pulsed 1 onion, just cut in some chunks, half a cup rolled oats. Yeah, I know, sounds weird. A 1/4 cup nooch, which is nutritional yeast, 2 tablespoons potato starch or cornstarch, either one works. 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 1.5 teaspoons salt, and then she gives you the option 4-ounce jar pimiento or a chunk of fire roasted bell pepper. I used a chunk of fire roasted bell pepper and 2 cups of water. Everything I blended on high. I bring it over now from the food processor. Give it another stir. Okay. Bring it over. It looks really weird. You can say it. I said the same thing. I said, how in the world would that be a gravy? Of course, I spilled a little. And as you know, that's part of the master plan. If you don't spill anything, your recipes won't work. If you don't burn yourself, your recipes won't work. Yeah, you have to be careful because they, you know, they get really thick and then they oops, oh, and I spilled again. Okay. Put that on. So this is all in there already. And did I put the water in? Yeah, I put the water in. And now we heat it up. And it's amazing. This is chemistry at work. If you have a school kid, please look. This is chemistry. We have another spoon here. Let's do that one. So this is like really watery, and the oats, and it didn't really, I don't know, didn't appeal to me when I saw it. But that's actually my favorite sauce now. It's like a cheese sauce. It's you can. I think 2 days ago I put it on brown rice and broccoli. I steamed broccoli and made brown rice, and I put the cheese sauce over it, and I mixed it like a casserole. It was like a cheesy broccoli. It's also a Jill McKeever recipe. And I will link to everybody I take the recipes from. I don't want to take the credit for something somebody else came up with. So you have everything on my YouTube channel underneath the movie. What we can do in the meantime, Eddie, we can take that away. We can clean up here, and then for our mukbang, that we have space. So we take the Sriracha off. Put that over here. You don't need that anymore. Oh, and keep stirring. You cannot walk away. This one goes thick very fast, so it already thickens. Okay, so I gotta stay here and stir. Make sure we're not burning anything. Just take this water over there. And we have a nice place to put that on here again for you to look at. The spaghetti sauce. Then we have.
Why do we only have 3?
Oh, maybe we need one more.
We don't have any more bowls.
You know what? I know why. Put one of the soup plates, because I want to show the mushroom looks nicer in a soup plate, and then you just imagine the big dumpling in it. Okay. Well, Eddie, if it hurts, you don't have to stay here. Is it too bad? Go to Papa and he will take care of it.
No, he told me to just put ice.
Well, then come here if you wanna stay here and keep the ice on it. It doesn't look bad.
It's a first degree.
It's just a little.
Okay, I think the ice is making it hurt more.
Okay. Okay, so we now take this one here, ladle it in one. This is the navy bean. And we'll move the camera later so that you see it. Okay, wash the ladle. Because I want to mix the sauces together. Number 1. And we have number 2 is the golden gravy. Stir it. This is really nice and thick too. So when you put it in the freezer and you use it, just add a little bit more water to the golden gravy. It gets thin again. That one too. Okay. See how thick that became? There was like a soupy, oatmeal, watery. So this is for me. This is the biggest surprise. I never thought that would work so well. And we put that in this one here. Okay. And we put, where is my gravy pot? Yeah. I'm gonna wash it because I want to actually, you know what? I'll just leave it up there. So this is the mushroom. That's not as big as the others, as thick, but that's how I want it, because you want it in rice and bread dumplings, anything you can imagine. Of course you can make it thicker by adding more starch or flour in that case, but I don't want it overpowered by flour. I like it just the way it is. Okay. Now we turn the camera so that you can see. 1, 2, 3. You see them? This is the tomato sauce. This is the bean gravy. This is the golden gravy. The mushroom. No, this is the cheese sauce, cheese dip. This is the golden gravy. Let's put the mushroom over here. Okay, and now Annie tells us which one is the best in her mind. I already told you that my favorite is that one, the cheese sauce. This is the golden gravy. Okay, now use we dip it with 1 spoon. This is the cheese sauce. This is the mushroom. And this is the navy bean, the one you had on Thanksgiving. Mike, my husband's son likes that one best. He loves the kitchen bouquet in it. It reminds him of his grandmother's gravy he's in.
The one that I think is best is the mushroom gravy.
You like the mushroom gravy? Okay, so Eddie likes the mushroom gravy. My one is the fat-free cheesy sauce. And make them, look at them, and decide on your own. It was easy. We made 4 gravies in a little time. And a chocolate pudding, and here is the spaghetti sauce, the tomato sauce I could recommend. And I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas Eve. Let's put it in our faces. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas Eve and some peace and time with your family, and we will talk again after Christmas. I will come up with something before New Year, so one more cooking show before 2018. Bye, and I hope you watch the next Tater Cowgirl cooking rodeo again.